Mangione with your Pinpoint Weather 12 forecast.
All right, and it's important to emphasize here, this storm is still very far away, and although it will likely intensify here over the next few days into next week, this has a lot of room to work with. In fact, the Atlantic is getting very busy. Check out how many things we're watching. This system here has a 10% chance of turning into a tropical system. That's just offshore from the Carolinas. Florence, which we'll be talking about in just a second, is right here. And tropical depression 8 and 9, these two off of the coast of Africa. So we're going to focus on Florence for this particular newscast because we don't have all day to discuss all that. But pretty remarkable how busy the Atlantic is getting. So right now those winds 65 miles an hour here in Florence. Still a tropical storm. Now the latest track from the National Hurricane Center, no big differences compared to the latest run. Still takes it well to the south of Bermuda. So we are becoming confident that the storm does go south of Bermuda into next week. After that, it's a bit more of a question mark. Does it curve out to sea? Does it go further inland? And yes, New England is in the range of possibilities, although the chance is relatively low. We'll have to definitely look at more information in the coming days to see exactly where we expect this to track. Now, this is always interesting, and this is the infamous spaghetti plots that we like to look at. Notice how there is a cluster right now towards the Carolinas up into Virginia, but also keep in mind when we're this many days out, these maps often cycle back and forth. We call it the windshield wiper effect. So you could see this cluster go to the north, back to the south, and you can still see some solutions take this completely out to sea. So that's also still on the table. Now, what we do know as we head into next week is that no matter where it goes, it likely will bring in some rip currents, especially from the middle towards the end of next week. And that is something to pay attention to. Even though beach season officially over, there are no more lifeguards. So you want to use caution if you are heading down to the water, especially from the middle to the end of next week. And of course, if we see more major impacts, we'll update you on that. In the meantime, we are looking at a nice scene here in North Scituate. You can see visibility in pretty good shape. We did have some showers roll through here earlier. Newport showing mostly cloudy skies. A few lingering showers now out there. A few of these did come in a bit heavy earlier, and there could be a few across areas like Hope Valley, maybe out in New Bedford over the next several hours if you're heading out to high school football. And some of those seats may be a little bit wet if you're heading out to the game. Other than that, though, no major issues you can see as we take you in closer. New Bedford showing a few light showers there along 195. No big deal, though. 70 right now, your temperature in Smithfield. And one of the issues we had today is we had high pressure trying to push all the clouds away, but this little boundary developed, so that's why some of the showers and the clouds kind of hung tough. High pressure will work on that area of clouds and showers tonight through tomorrow, so that will squeeze in some sunshine by tomorrow. But I wouldn't be surprised overnight into tomorrow morning if we have a quick sprinkle or two along the south coast, and then we should be able to punch some holes in the clouds by tomorrow afternoon. This is around 3 or 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. So forecast overnight, fairly cool. Upper 50s to low 60s. You can definitely open up those windows, enjoy some fresh air coming in. And then tomorrow, 69 by around noontime, partly sunny skies, 72 at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So comfortable for outdoor activities, winds out of the northeast at 5 to 15 miles an hour. And you can see there are not going to be any big differences by location. Low 70s from Newport to Wesley, Providence, and up into Smithfield. All right, 7-day futurecast shows a cooler Sunday on the way. Talk about football, right? We're looking at a pretty nice Pats home opener, high around 70 degrees here in Foxborough and Providence, high around 69. And then some showers Monday into Tuesday. And then next Thursday and Friday, you're thinking, okay, what about Florence? It just looks like a normal partly cloudy day and warm. That's because right now our forecast has Florence not making its way to New England, but there is a slight chance that it could get close. We'll keep a close eye on that into next week. We'll know a lot more information by the early and middle part of next week.
Of course, as the EMA, they have to prepare for anything,
yes.
But from your point of view, it's so hard to track something like this when it's so far away at this point and unpredictable.
So many solutions. I mean, it could go to parts of Florida all the way to Cape Cod or just out to sea. So a lot still on the table.
We'll just let you keep tracking it for
I
us,
will
Pete.
do that.
All
yes.
right, thanks. More coverage you can count on still ahead on Eyewitness News Live at 5.